Well, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. Thank you for being here. Either way, it is my Monday, which typically is my least favorite day of the week. And I still feel that way. But I feel a little better today than I do most Mondays because my friend, who is a real estate agent or broker, I really don't know the difference. Anyway, she's one. She came over yesterday and we started talking about selling my house. And we've started to put a plan in place, and I signed a contract, which means I am serious. And yeah, I feel the end is on the horizon of all of this stress. I understand that I am taking on more stress in the interim, and then probably a different kind of stress once I have escaped this house and my job. But still, I feel hope now. I feel like I can get through the hard times, the more challenging months that are ahead of me right now, knowing that I am headed towards more freedom. Even knowing that, my mind started thinking a lot more about creating stuff for my Etsy shop. Just knowing that I have more freedom ahead of me started my mind going. Started like getting creative ideas. So that is super promising. If just knowing that freedom is on the horizon is giving me inspiration, I think that actually having the freedom will be amazing for my creativity. I'm really looking forward to having the time to actually do all those experiments and create all those products for my Etsy shop. Like, oh, yeah. And I'm really also excited to spend all the time in nature and get so much inspiration there. And to spend more time in nature documenting it. I also would like to get some better camera equipment once I've sold the house and everything in it, to better document nature with. I haven't felt a need to get better equipment for doing this, but the more I want to video insects doing their thing, particularly bee and wasp insects, the hunting variety, fascinate me. I have something. I thought it was mud dobbers, but my friend didn't think it was mud dobbers, so maybe they might be great black wasps. Anyway, they build nests in my patio chairs every year. The chairs are steel, and they have their structures made out of tubes, and the tubes have holes in them at the joints. I'm not sure what for. They're right next to the welds, so maybe it's like for heat off gassing or something. I don't know. But anyway, they all have holes, and these creatures take paralyzed bugs and grasses into them, and I'm assuming lay their eggs in there, and then when the babies wake up, they eat the paralyzed bugs. Yesterday, there was some high drama while my friend and I were sitting outside on the patio. Apparently, one of those bugs did not remain paralyzed, and when the wasp went to take some grass in there, this bug with pinchers was at the entrance and they fought like pretty intensely. I tried to video it, but it was too dark and the video did not turn out, which is really disappointing. I really wanted to capture that so I could share it. It was so exciting. My friend and I were riveted by this drama. I so look forward to recording more things like that and just witnessing them. And yeah, so much fun. Oh no, I gotta pause. These bands have been on their way out for a while, and this one finally just snapped. I'm gonna go get some fresh bands, so I will be right back. Okay, fresh bands acquired. Let's see if I can rescue my braid here. Started unwinding. So my friend and her fiancé, who runs a handyman business and typically does all the necessary repairs on the houses she sells. They're both going to come back out next weekend to start talking about what needs to be done on the house and whether he wants to take a job this far south. They live, I don't know, maybe an hour north of me. By car anyway. I think by bus it will take me about 2 hours to get to them. And then my next order of business is working on getting my license back, my driver's license. It was suspended in 2017 and I never got it back. Didn't have a car, got used to taking the bus, and just decided that was fine. But now that I want to move into a van, it is necessary to get it back. So I'm going to start looking into that. I feel like that's going to be fairly stressful and a pain, but ultimately worth it. Also need to contact a wealth management company. My parents have one that they've been with for years. I'd like to talk to them about what to do with my current accounts. I have multiple retirement accounts from all the jobs I've had. Should probably consolidate them and then talk about what to do with the money from the sale of my house once that goes through, so that I can make it last for as long as possible without needing to work. I would like to give myself as much freedom as possible so that I can experiment without stress. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually doing it. It feels scary, but it also feels like so relieving to actually finally be doing something about it. I actually can't believe I waited this long. But I needed to be fully ready. And I think I am now. Well, I know I am now. I know if I don't do it now, it's going to actually get harder and harder because I'm going to become more and more burnt out and have less and less energy. So I need to do it now before I'm just a crispy critter. I had a dream last night that a coworker who I'm not close with, but I feel like I have like maybe a past life with or something. Like the first time we met was when the company I now work for acquired my previous company, and they had an all company meeting and combined the two companies. And we just like kind of nodded at each other, like we recognized each other and started talking, even though we'd never met. It was really weird. And he used to be on my team. He was for my first week, I think, and helped train me. But then, no, that's not true. He was before I started there, and one day I went over and shadowed with the team before I had officially moved there. And I sat with him and he trained me that day. But by the time I started on that team, he had moved back to, he also operates CNC machines and printers. But he decided to move back to the floor, and I understand why. Like I said, as much as I love my team, the stress level is ridiculous. Anyway, in my dream, he got fired for making a judgment call that the higher ups didn't think was appropriate, and it was ridiculous. And there was also a really cute and sweet gray, like hematite gray pitbull, female pitbull, super cuddly. And she, like, for some reason he didn't leave the premises after he was fired. He was just like sulking in a hallway, and she was cuddling with him. And then she came up and greeted me when I visited him. So I have no idea what that dream is about. Very strange, especially since I don't work with him closely. Like we don't even interact at all every day. So I don't know like what archetype he represents in my dream world. Like what it would mean in my dream world for him to get fired. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm at a loss. What else? Is there anything else? I'm going to start, I already had done so, but I'm going to really start mentally letting go of a majority of the things I own. My friend and I decided that I'm basically going to rent a room for myself, and I'm going to start moving everything out of my bedroom that is not going in the van, and moving things into the bedroom from all the other rooms that I do want to take with me. And then everything that is not in that room is going to be sold in estate sale or donated. So that is also an upcoming project. I'm going to try to start working on it a little bit every day, like even just an item or several. I'm really glad that I'd already started this. And I'm really glad that I'd already started the mental part of saying goodbye, like to all of my art and a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm grateful that I've already started to like mentally disengage from it and emotionally disengage from it. I think it'll still be hard. I'm sure I'll still miss a bunch of it once I've moved on. But there will be other art in my life. I can make more art. I can buy more art. I can visit more art in museums and galleries. And this art can be appreciated elsewhere, not just in my little personal room. So, yeah. I think that's it. I think that's all I can think of at the moment. I feel like there was another thought that floated through and I was hoping it would come back, but it hasn't. So let's get a Natalie Goldberg Writing Down the Bones deck card, topic card for today. We are on card number 17. How do I distract myself? And on the back, this is a fun and maybe painful topic. Try writing about your distractions in the third person to enter a different angle on yourself. Natalie watches for sales on cod liver oil, then buys too many bottles and watches how slowly 1 tablespoon a day finishes the bottle. She is also crazy about always having lots of toilet paper and never running out. As the coronavirus pandemic unfolded, I learned that the toilet paper hang-up was prescient. In the first person, I might be embarrassed to claim these things, but writing in the third person gives the space for these distractions to be rattled out for me. We all have crazy distractions, especially to avoid writing or other activities that in truth we really want to do. Running, painting, working out, even cleaning out our closet. Writing in the third person can loosen the joints and can be applied to any topic. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's fun. I might try that one. Alrighty. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be wealthy, and may you feel at ease. And may you accept yourself exactly as you are right in this very moment, even if you have none of those things. I love you so much. Please subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.